This is exactly what Nico Harrison feared the most. And to make matters worse, it was in front of Patrick Dumont as he sat courtside tonight in his first courtside game all season long as the Dallas Mavericks lose to the Milwaukee Bucks 116-114 as the Mavericks were actually looking really good this game. They were actually able to contain the Bucks and Giannis in the first half. We held the lead for the majority of the game, up by as much as 10 points. But it just wasn't enough. A lot of bad mistakes in the fourth quarter. A small comeback. They try to hold on, but it just wasn't enough. And from all the news that has been floating around, Nico Harrison's job is in jeopardy. And with these losses, we are one game closer to him getting fired. So in this video, we're going to take a look at tonight's game, see how well the guys played, who looked good, who looked bad, and of course, who stood on business. But how's it going, everybody? My name is Marcel Martin. This is Mavs Digest, bringing you the latest news on everything Mavericks related. And before we get started with today's video, we're currently sitting at 22,649 subscribers. Every single day the channel grows. Every single day the Dallas Mavericks Digest family is just growing. And if you want to be a part of this amazing family and stay up to date on everything Mavericks related, make sure you subscribe. But as we all know from all the news that's been floating around lately, Nico is in the hot seat. Things don't look good for him. His job is in jeopardy. And for a lot of Mavericks fans, they are happy. For a lot of Mavericks fans, they were hoping for a loss tonight. Well, some fans wanted to at least see the guys look good and not just throw in the towel and just purposely lose, as the Mavericks looked good tonight. They had the lead for the majority of the game, up by as much as 10 points. Cooper Flagg had arguably his best game all season long, showing signs of exactly who he is, and fans were loving it. Max Christie, again, being one of the most consistent players on our team. Daniel Gafford, who looks a lot more healthier now than before. Musa Cisse getting quality minutes and actually scoring and helping us out, playing great defense on Giannis, able to get some real NBA minutes as he's still trying to figure things out. From top to bottom, this was not a bad game. But in the grand scheme of things, for a lot of people that want Nico gone, they're happy that we lost. But for those that just want to just focus on the Mavericks and just have the team be the main focal point, I understand why this loss still sucks. Because regardless of how you feel, the Mavericks still lost. We are now 3-8 in the first 11 games of the season, and it's going to be a very rough next 5 games as we're up against actual teams that are actually winning. But if we take a look at the box score from tonight's game, Daniel Gafford, he's starting to get his groove back. He had 7 points, 8 rebounds, 3 assists, 1 steal, shot 2 of 8 from the floor, and, it wasn't that bad of a game for Gafford. 3 of 4 from the free throw line. The defense, he was trying his best against Giannis. He was able to try and dunk on Giannis, but Giannis obviously blocked. It was a rough game for Gaff, but I think it was also a good game for Gaff. He had a lot of energy. Overall, I'm not too upset with Gafford. PJ Washington had a off game, and I know it doesn't look like that from the numbers with 16 points, 7 rebounds, 1 assist, 1 steal, 1 block, but he did shoot 4 of 11 from the floor and 1 of 7 from 3. PJ Washington is having, I guess to the Maverick standards, an all-star type of season, but sometimes these games still pop up every now and then. Good players can have bad games, and for PJ Washington, he just kept shooting the 3-ball. Now, obviously, he is an improved 3-point shooter, so I'm not too upset with him taking these shots. But if you're not hot, pass the ball, attack the basket, get to the line, which we know PJ's good at. But PJ also played very good defense on Giannis. He played small ball 5 several times, having to guard both Bobby Portis and Giannis. Overall, it was a good game from PJ until it wasn't, which really came at the end of the game where we were very close, only down by 1. Instead of just going up and getting an easy 2, PJ wanted to spam 3s, and that's kind of where everything fell apart. But I can't be too mad at PJ, just trying to do everything that he can do to win. But Cooper Flagg, arguably one of his best games, if not the best game of the season so far, had 26 points, 9 rebounds, 4 assists, 2 steals, 1 block, shot 9 of 15 from the floor, 1 of 5 from 3, but 7 of 10 from the free throw line. Cooper Flagg was amazing. He was playing good defense. His perimeter defense it looks questionable. It seems like almost every game the other team can shoot a 3 on Cooper. It just is what it is. But his defense down low in the paint was pretty solid. He was able to attack the basket. Obviously, he loves transition. He loves going in the fast break, cutting to the basket, going up with authority. Try to dunk on Giannis. He got to the free throw line, but there was many moments in this game where Cooper just looked so comfortable, so natural, able to just impact the game on many different levels to the point where we may want to see more of off-ball Cooper. Stop letting him bring the ball down. Stop giving him point guard duties. Let Cooper be Cooper. And then you get to see the results. If we're going to develop Cooper, then that's what we need to do. Cooper Flagg, in my opinion, had a great game despite the loss. Shout out to Cooper Flagg. Brandon Williams as well, as Brandon Williams did have his first start of the season tonight over D'Angelo Russell, who has been struggling. And Brandon Williams had 19 points. He had 6 rebounds, 3 assists, 1 steal. He did have 4 turnovers. He only shot 4 of 12 from the floor, 1 of 3 from 3, but was 10 of 11 from the free throw line. And obviously, I watched the game, and some of you did as well. But for those that didn't watch, Brandon Williams is very good at attacking the basket. I'm 6'2". I'm taller than Brandon Williams. So seeing someone who's only about an inch or a half inch shorter than me attack the basket against Giannis, where he did get the and one by attacking Giannis, just going straight up at him. I'm sorry, it was Miles Turner. Going right up at Miles Turner for a layup and getting to the line. Brandon Williams' ability to attack the basket is absolutely amazing. It is a godsend that we have that. He's like a smaller Kyrie Irving, and I love that he's on this team. The only thing I wish that he would do a little bit better is pass the ball. He does kind of want to take over and do his own thing, which does at times yield good results. But when you only have about 3 assists and you're our starting point guard, I kind of want to see him get more guys involved, as that's one of our biggest downfalls this season is point guard play. But to round off the starters, Max Christie, obviously having a very, very good, consistent game, had 13 points, 5 rebounds, 3 assists, shot 5 of 12 from the floor, 3 of 8 from 3. Gotta love what you see from Max Christie. Also, the defense that Max provides is absolutely amazing. Unfortunately, tonight, the bench really didn't step up like they usually do. Dwight Powell only had 4 minutes, didn't do anything. Caleb Martin, despite only playing 9 minutes and having 2 points, 2 rebounds, 2 assists, and a steal, I will give Caleb Martin his flowers now. He played excellent defense. I'm not mad at Caleb Martin at all. His defense was really, really good. He was guarding Giannis late in the game, holding him in many possessions. Giannis was making so many mistakes, and I will give Caleb Martin his credit. He was part of the reason why. But that's kind of where the credit ends there, because Caleb Martin is still a horrible offensive weapon for the Mavericks. But Najee Marshall off the bench, after having a great 30-point game of the day, only had 9 points. He had 5 rebounds, 3 assists, and 1 steal. Moussa Cisse, the young two-way player who's getting a lot of minutes, and I'm loving what I'm seeing from him, had 7 points, 4 rebounds, and 2 blocks. He is so raw, but he's so athletic, and he's everywhere. He puts a lot of effort and energy every time he's on the floor. I just needed to be a little bit more fine-tuned, and Moussa Cisse could be an amazing big for this team. Klay Thompson, who is still off the bench, had 6 points, 2 rebounds, and 3 assists. I love that he's passing the ball, playing a little bit of defense, as he did have a block. He did shoot 2 quick threes, and he kind of cooled off from there. I'm cool with just having Klay off the bench for a few threes here and there. D'Angelo Russell, again, coming off the bench, didn't have a lot of minutes, had 7 points. He had 3 rebounds, 3 assists, and 1 steal. And Jaden Hardy, a little Hardy party, only played about 5 minutes. He had 2 points and 1 rebound. Overall, the Dallas Mavericks, again, it wasn't a bad game. Best game all season, where we almost won this game. Granted, the Bucks are on a back-to-back. Giannis is dealing with a minor injury. We don't have Anthony Davis. We don't have Kyrie Irving or Derrick Lively. And however, with all that being said, the Dallas Mavericks still kept it competitive. They were still able to stay in this game, and it never really ran away until the very end, where unfortunately everything fell apart. But somebody did stand on business tonight, and we got to acknowledge exactly who it is, and that is Cooper Flagg. I mean, 26 points, 9 rebounds, 4 assists, 2 steals, 1 block. I mean, he's everywhere. He's doing everything. What more could you ask for? And like I said, Cooper Flagg, 26 points, 9 rebounds, 4 assists, 2 steals, 1 block, 9 of 15 from the floor in 35 minutes. Absolutely love what I'm seeing from Cooper Flagg, but we still got the loss, which means Nico's job is still in jeopardy. But speaking of which, fired Nico Chant start with 7 minutes and 2 seconds left in the fourth quarter, while the Mavs lead the Bucks 101-99. Although the Mavs were winning pretty much all game up until this point where things started to shift, the fans let it be known that it is still fire Nico. They still want him gone. They know he's in the building. They know Patrick Dumont is sitting courtside right there, and the fans let it be known they want this man gone. And like I said before, if the Mavs keep losing, that will eventually happen. But also continue with what we got. Jason Kidd on if the fire Nico affects the morale of the team, saying, I think you've got to ask them, the players. They're playing. It's noise. And so I would say that, speaking for them, I think just continue to keep playing. Jason Kidd could easily just said, the fire Nico chants are getting old. They need to stop distracting players. Nope, Jason Kidd will never really mention anything about stopping the fire Nico chants. As a lot of people know, and I've reported on this channel, that Jason Kidd does not like Nico. He does not like Nico Harrison, so I'm pretty sure he loves it every time he hears it in the AAC or anywhere out and about online, in real life, wherever. So that's kind of how Jason Kidd feels. It's not really affecting the players too bad. But the last thing, like I said earlier, Mavs governor Patrick Dumont is at the American Airlines Center to attend the game for the first time since the season opener, and he was sitting courtside to see the product of the $1 billion spent on this team and that Nico Harrison has wonderfully threw together, and it resulted in a loss. So the Dallas Mavericks do have another game on Wednesday. If we get a win, cool. If we get a loss, then cool. One loss closer to Nico being fired. We do have a very rough stretch of the next 5 games until we get pretty much an easier game against the Pelicans later this month. So make sure you are tuned in for every single game. I'm going to be covering the Mavericks extensively until this man Nico's fired and even beyond that. So make sure you're subscribed. But let me know in the comment section down below. Do you think that Cooper stood on business? Do you think that Nico will get fired? Or you think that's just fluff and nothing really important? Let me know what you think in the comment section down below. We can have a conversation about it. But that's all I got for you guys today. Thank you for watching the video. Make sure to check out our Twitter and Discord. Links in the description below. And as always, y'all take care. Drink water. Peace.